Hey y'all, it's Morgan. Welcome to my happy place. Okay, so I have the curtain open right here, even though they're really getting some direct sunlight on the violets, because I just wanted to share a little something with y'all. I have just made an executive decision. I am totally changing the way I am doing this. I'm still wick watering, but let me tell you about what just occurred. I had intended yesterday to change the water, or at least top it off, but to check the pH, check the parts per million, and give them some water. So I didn't get around to it yesterday, so I decided to do it today, and I checked first the parts per million. And here's what I did. I just have a little glass cup. I have just a syringe, just a little. It was never used before, and so I just put it in here and pulled some of the water back, and did that a couple of times, and checked to see what I was working with. Well, my parts per million were shockingly high, especially when you consider the fact that I only used about half of the recommended dosage for weekly watering or fertilizing. So I then checked the pH. The pH was fine. It was right around 7, within a couple points. I actually checked each one of these containers individually. And all of them had high parts per million, some more so than other. One was over 600. Okay, that's way too high. My water is about 135 to 140 out of the tap. And that is sometimes what I use. If I have rainwater, I will use it. I think I started with rainwater in these, but I have topped them off with tap water. Regardless, the parts per million just should not have been that high. So I think what is happening is, with probably some evaporation, even though this is a bit more of a closed system than many, but I also think that when the plants are absorbing the water, that maybe not as much of the salts and fertilizer are going up as you would think, because it's somewhat dissolved in there. And so when I topped it off, fortunately I topped it off with plain water and not fertilizer. It helps dilute it a little bit, but I do think that that's why it's getting so high. So what I have done, I have emptied the water out of all of these and filled it with just straight water. So my plan will be to have straight water in there, and monthly just give them a watering that way. I may go ahead and that's going to be a little tricky, because I had planned to water them from the top monthly to flush them, but now it looks like I'm going to need to just do the opposite. So I have fresh water in the reservoir, and I will fertilize them. I guess I could do weekly, and then once a month go ahead and flush it anyway. I may do that. So yeah, likely to change at the drop of a hat. So just be very, very careful if you are using a reservoir system for watering any of your plants. Be aware that the fertilizer accumulation can happen very quickly. And even though I was using a half-strength diluted mix of the fertilizer, it still got really, really high, really, really fast. I've only had these in here for about 2 weeks, and I've topped it off once. So yeah, pay attention to your parameters, pay attention to your plants. I had just made a comment in another video that I didn't know what was going on with the edges, because there was some browning at the tips, and I would think that it would be fertilizer, except that I wasn't over fertilizing. So maybe it was pH. No, it's fertilizer. It's building up that quickly. So just wanted to share that with you. And I actually do have some, let's see if I can get it, some of the water that I took out. Now, when I saw that, I immediately just poured fresh water in it to see how diluted it would become, and I rechecked it. So this is rechecked water, okay? Or rechecked, but diluted compared to what it was. So just turn that on. Let's see if I can get this where you can actually see it. So even after pouring about a quart of water in one of the containers, this is what I'm getting. Make sure my little, yeah. This is what I'm getting diluted. So learn from my mistake, y'all. All right, have a good one.